Good morning. We are here with Julie Piantadosi from Total Coaching Academy. Thank you for sharing your beautiful morning here with us in this magnificent office in the CBD, Julie. Thank you.
Great to be here.
Thank you. Today we're going to have a little bit of a chat with you about your amazing career. You started off in the world of hairdressing and have now expanded to have this amazing coaching business that has so many accolades. You have so many clients, so many diverse clients from so many different industries. So we're going to touch a little bit on that later. But first of all, Julie, tell us, how old were you when you first started hairdressing and where was that?
Well, there's always here in Adelaide. I started here in Adelaide and I almost cringe when I talk about how old I was. I was 13.
Wow.
So I left school when I was 13 and started my hairdressing just shy of being 14 years old. Wow. So at the, just to give you a quick snapshot, by the time I was 17, I was qualified. And by the time I was 19, I had 3 stores.
Wow.
And my journey started from there.
Wow. So you gone from obviously starting hairdressing so young. At what point, what did you decide that you might want to open up a salon, or let alone 3? And I believe you ended up with quite a number of salons at one point.
Yes, I did, both here and in America. For me, it was just about wanting to make a difference, and I wanted to lead people, and I knew that very early on with hairdressing. Hairdressing is one of those wonderful careers that you can make a massive impact. So not only with our clients, but how we interact as a team as well. So it was part of my legacy to bring in managers who could then buy into the business because they didn't have enough money to set up a store. So they could then buy into the business and then become a business owner.
Wow. So, and you also mentioned having salons in America. How did that happen from little old Adelaide to America?
Yeah. So it was a great franchise concept, and what our plan was to recruit Australian hairdressers and to have them on a working visa over in America for 12 months. So it was mind-blowing. Wow. And at the time we just had so many staff wanting to be part of, I guess, experiencing what hairdressing was like over in the United States. Yes. And one thing that we learned very quickly is it was just the same.
Okay.
The brief is the same: make people feel amazing every day. Doesn't matter where you do that. So it was really good times.
And in hearing you speak, there's a lot of passion behind people. There's a lot of passion behind training and personal development. So at what point did you decide, okay, hairdressing and being on the tools, I've had my time with that. I need to move on to the next chapter. And what did you do to move on from hairdressing to your next career path?
I don't think I ever got off the tools. Okay. I just want to make that clear.
Oh, good.
I think hairdressing is just in my blood, and to the point our last store only sold 4 or 5 years ago.
Okay.
So I would still walk in and pick up scissors. It was what I just loved to do. If there was a client waiting, I would go and take care of that client. It was just my calling to step up and do that. But for me, the transition started happening when I was about 26.
Yep.
I realised that leaving school at such an early age, I wanted to be educated. Hairdressing for me at that time had a stigma around, that you left school at an early age and, became a hairdresser. Girls did hairdressing or beauty and boys went and did trades. And so there was a bit of a stigma.
Yes.
So I wanted to be educated and go back. And that was probably the hardest thing I ever did in my life. I had my son at the time and I had to go and do year 11 and year 12.
Wow.
It was really challenging. And I did year 12 twice because I didn't get the ATAR that I needed to be able to do what I wanted to do, which is psychotherapy. So I'm now a psychotherapist, but I always tell people when I fill out my immigration card, hairdresser is always what I write.
Yes.
So, and I think now we're in a time that in today's time, hairdressing is just one of those jobs that, you can do anything in that space. You can make so much money like we did.
Yes.
We were able to, make more salons, bring in more people, continue that legacy both here in America, but also we made so much money that we were able to start a portfolio on buying houses.
Wow.
So my husband decided that he wanted to do real estate, and by that I mean buy real estate, and the salons funded all of that. So, fast forwarding now, there's a lot of money to be made in hairdressing. And I don't think people like to say that because we're supposed to be passionate.
Yes.
But you can do both.
Yes,
you can be passionate and run a really profitable, sustainable business that can work with your work-life and balance. Hairdressing is the new wow, I think,
Yes.
as far as career goes right now. It's hot stuff.
It is hot stuff. And Julie, you've gone back to school, you've completed all your studies, and then at what point did you decide that you were going to venture into Total Coaching Academy?
So I started as Total Salon Solutions. So
Okay.
Total Salon Solutions is probably 20 years old now.
Yes.
And I started working, while I was on the floor, product companies would come and ask me if I could do roadshows for them and
Yes.
talk about business.
Yes.
And it was something I was really interested in. Public speaking is very scary, and I was very scared. And it was one of those fake it until you become
Yes.
it. I don't really think I had the skill set, but I was authentic and just talked about what I was doing,
Yes.
which was true to me. And then that allowed other business owners to go and apply some of those things. And then from hair and beauty companies, it turned into banks, it turned into car dealerships, into Qantas,
Yes.
and I knew very quickly that Total Salon Solutions was something way bigger. So my team breathed Total Coaching Academy, which now we work with patients doing one-on-one treatment and therapy. I work with all different sorts of organisations in the mental health, and I still get to speak on stage at the hair and beauty events all
Yes.
around the world. Last year was Cosmoprof in North America, America's Beauty Show. The shows over there are amazing, and I love to be able to really motivate salon owners and hairstylists anywhere in the world.
Wow. And I've also noticed, Julie, that you are now inspiring other hairdressers, perhaps hairdressers that as well are looking to diversify their salon life into coaching. And you've got some amazing, top-notch, very well-known hairdressers working on your coaching team now.
Yeah, I do. So in the hair and beauty space, we're a team of 5 now, and those other 4 coaches are award-winning and very successful in their own legacy. But they follow the Total Coaching Academy way, and we all are systemised with what we do. But we would like to really pass that legacy on more forward. So we run a coaching program for anyone who wants to come and coach. So if there's a hairdresser who maybe thinks, gosh, I'd like to help others and become a coach,
Yes.
we can actually certify you to do that. So
That's amazing.
it's just another thing that you can have in your toolbox of hairdressing. There's so many things that you can do, whether it's education, whether it's being on stage, whether it's learning a new skill set. I think we always come back to the foundation of what hairdressing is, which is helping people, making people feel beautiful on the inside, not just on the outside. And I think that's been the secret of my success and my career, is showing up and being of service to that person in front of you.
Yes.
And listening and being there for them. I think so many hairdressers have an unset of, some skill set of some psychology sort of
that's
skill
right,
sets
that's
that
right.
we get thrown into, which is the learning that you have, even in your apprenticeship, that the skill set I learned in my apprenticeship just set my career up
That's
forever.
phenomenal. That's phenomenal.
Yeah.
So if you could give, like a student some advice on, that's potentially wanting to go into hair, beauty or barbering, like what's an advice like in today's climate in 2025 that you would give to one of those students about, taking this career path on?
So just know what that space is, the hair, beauty, barbering space. It is a space that is, I compare it to anything in the medical world or medicine or specialist. If you needed to go and, see a specialist because you had a sore foot or a broken bone, you would go and see someone who specialises, in that area.
Yes.
That's what we get to do, and it's such an amazing space. Don't think that it's not for you. Don't think that it's a start and a stop. It can be something that you can work for yourself. You can, you don't have to have a big salons with lots of staff like I did. That's not for everyone. You might want to work in a salon and rent a chair alongside someone else. And there's so much amazing opportunity and money to be made in this space. I'm just going to say it. If you're great at what you do and your people skills match your technical ability, you will be super successful. Yes. I actually don't think you can muck it up.
Yes, yes.
If you've got those two things in place, you work on your people skills, you work on your technical ability, you will thrive in this industry.
Excellent. And, looking forward for Julie, what's next and what's on the horizon? You've always got amazing, wonderful things in the pipeline.
So much. Yeah, just got back from our event in Las Vegas where we took salon owners over to Vegas. So I'm always doing retreats and events for the hair and beauty industry. I love doing that. Road shows, also working with all the other companies that I get to do. So as long as I'm helping people just be a little bit better every day, then I sleep well.
Oh, that's great. Well, Julie, thank you so much for giving us your very, very precious time. I know you're a very busy lady. Thank you for sharing your insight, your career path. It's amazing. And thank you for inspiring people in our industry.
And just do it. If you're listening to this and you're wondering what you should do, it's the best industry ever. Just do it.
Thank you, Julie.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks. All right, we've had some awesome conversations with Julie today, but now we're going to get to the fun stuff. 5 questions for Julie today. Julie, 5 of your favourite things. Okay, I know you love to travel. Favourite country in the world?
Oh, definitely America.
Okay.
Easy.
Question number 2, Julie, we love our food. What is your favourite cuisine?
I'm Italian.
Yeah.
Definitely pasta. I love Italian food.
Okay,
love
good.
Italian food. Love cooking it, love eating it, love anything to do with the Italian culture.
Yay. Okay. If you could do any other career for the day that you didn't have to have a qualification for, that you could just slip into that day, what would it be?
I would definitely work as a frontline ambulance officer.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, I that's a space that I get to work in and I get to see what the frontline do. And I would just love to drive in one of their trucks, sit out the back and help patients. Of course, I have no qualification
Yeah, we did
medically
say no
to do that.
qualification.
So you did say it was not, that I
Yeah,
could do
just a
anything
dream.
I wanted. So,
Just a
yeah,
dream.
I would ride in the back of an ambulance and I would be a paramedic.
Wow, that's a really good one. Music's really important when travelling, I'm sure. So, what is the number one most requested playlist or genre that you listen to on your long flights?
This is embarrassing. One Direction. I'm a huge Harry Styles fan, and One Direction is in my car on the way to work. It's when I'm walking, when I'm I'm submerged with One Direction music.
I love it. And last question for you today. Adelaide, we know you love Adelaide. Would you ever leave Adelaide?
I have.
You have?
No.
No.
I think it's the greatest state. I get to see all the parts of Australia, but Adelaide's just that place that it's so easy to get to anywhere.
Yeah.
Here we are in the CBD. You can be in the hills in 20 minutes. You can be at the beach in 20 minutes. We've got food. We've got great.
Culture.
We've got great people.
We love
culture.
Adelaide.
We love Adelaide. We love Adelaide.
Thank you, Julie.
Thank you.